Apparently, there's a WNBA player named A'ja Wilson. Apparently, she's pretty good. Caitlin Clark brings it down, goes twice between her legs, step back, jack. A'ja Wilson doesn't like that. A'ja Wilson isn't smart enough to understand that everybody's going to get fat because of Caitlin Clark. Everybody won't get fat if they keep bringing up the ridiculous, idiotic, and tired old notion of racism.
Wilson has sparked a full-blown wildfire drama, calling out Caitlin Clark in a way that's got everyone talking as this the hottest feud in WNBA history. Here's Gray on a dead sprint against her college teammate, gets fouled, and free throws here. For Alicia Gray, A'ja Wilson, a three-time WNBA MVP, has been unstoppable on the court, with jaw-dropping stats and back-to-back incredible seasons. She's undoubtedly one of the greatest athletes in the league, but A'ja isn't just letting her game speech. She's making it loud and clear off the court, too.
A'ja Wilson, who bitch, whined, and moaned, and continues to bitch, whine, and moan, that Caitlin Clark is only popular because she's white, couldn't be more.
In a recent fiery interview, A'ja dropped some major claims, and it's shaking up the basketball world. She didn't just call out Caitlin Clark, she hinted at a deeper issue, one that's been bubbling beneath the surface. For a while now, Nelson Adona trying to save it, and does. And now Clark comes up with a steal. Clark thought about pulling up from three, will dip inside, and lay it in. Caitlin Clark, the rising star and generational talent, has taken both college basketball and the WNBA spotlight by storm. From her electric performances to her fearless attitude, she's been the talk of the town. But AJ, well, she's not having it. Why is Caitlin Clark getting all the attention? My accomplishments last season alone clips her entire career. And if that wasn't enough, they took it a step further, saying that the only reason Caitlin gets this much hype is because she's white.
Far off. Hey, look, we love Steph Curry as a black man because of how he plays. We'll give two craps about Steph Curry or Caitlin Clark being white, black, green, or purple. When in doubt, yell racism. And when in doubt, look stupid doing it. And the latest is this moron named A'ja Wilson.
If you're enjoying this video, please leave a like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos. AJ didn't stop with Caitlin Clark. She threw Paige Buers into the mix too, with Paige set to join the WNBA soon. AI is already making claims that she's not getting all the spotlight because she is a black woman. AJ's frustration seems to stem from feeling overlooked. She's questioning why her MVP season's record-breaking performances and championships aren't making her the face of the league. But here's where things get wild. A'ja suggested that Caitlin Clark should face a lifetime ban for what she described as a lack of respect for the game and its pioneers. What does that even mean? The internet exploded. Fans are picking sides, with agreeing that race plays a role in media narratives, while others say A'ja is taking things too far here. What she had to say, I think it's a huge thing. A lot of people may say it's not about black or white, but to me it is. It really is, because you can be top-notch of what you are as a black woman, but yet that's something that people don't want to see. They don't see it as marketable. So it doesn't matter how hard I work. It doesn't matter what we do as black women. We're still going to get swept underneath the rug. That's why it boils my blood when people say it's not about race, because it is really a Austin Onion one leaned in just a bit of Wilson tried to draw the charge. Instead, lay up for a boss. Players like Breanna Stewart and Diana Taysai have reportedly weighed in. A'ja Wilson is the queen of the WNBA, but Caitlin Clark is box office. The debate over at A'ja Wilson and Caitlin Clark isn't just about stats or accolades. It's about what defines greatness in the WNBA and who deserves the spotlight. Is this frustration rooted in jealousy and an inability to accept that Caitlin Clark has changed the game in ways that A'ja never has? Good look from three. She got it the first three in the career of Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark does not need much space. Here Wilson plays for the Las Vegas Aces, a team so stacked with talent that they could probably win games with half the roster. Kelsey Plum, Chelsea Gray, and Jackie Younger, not just supporting players, they're stars in their own right with teammates like these. A'ja has the luxury of playing in a system that allows her to excel without carrying the entire load. In fact, if we're being honest, Kelsey Plum deserves more credit. Then she gets her playmaking, scoring, and ability to take over games make life significantly easier for AJ if Kelsey wasn't there to pick up the slack. Would A'ja still be an MVP? That's debatable. It's worth noting that MVP stands for most valuable player, not best player, on a stacked team. Without Kelsey, A'ja's numbers and impact would likely shrink. So when A'ja claims she's the league's most valuable player, one has to wonder valuable to who the Aces could probably still dominate without her. But the same cannot be said for Caitlin. Clark and the Indiana Fever. While a jaw thrives in a well-oiled machine, Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA as the savior of a struggling franchise. The Indiana Fever had been floundering for years, a team barely making headlines, and far from playoff contention. Then Caitlin arrived in just 8 months. She turned a forgettable team into a playoff contender. It is Caitlin Clark able to clear for Indiana coming off that 20 performance right here, handling the physicality. Her presence forced her teammates to elevate their game, and her leadership has been nothing short of transformative. Unlike a jaw, Caitlin doesn't have the luxury of multiple all-stars sharing the load. She's a sole centerpiece, carrying the team on her back while navigating the immense pressure of being a rookie in the spotlight. Adj might want to criticize Caitlin's recognition, but she hasn't faced the kind of uphill battle that Caitlin has in her first season. 2-for-1 Clark. Bounce past, there's Boston. One of AJ's loudest complaints is about the awards Caitlin has received. While it is proud of her MVP title, it's clear that Caitlin's recognition as WNBA Player of the Year and My Magazine's Athlete of the Year has struck a nerve. These accolades highlight Caitlin's unparalleled contributions to the game both on and off the court. Here's the difference. A Jaws MVP is tied to team success. Caitlin's awards recognize her individual brilliance and the broader impact she's had on the league. The MVP award is often debated, but Player of the Year and Athlete of the Year make one thing clear: Caitlin's influence transcends basketball. She's not just a great player, she's a cultural phenomenon. Back Bentley lays it in fourth assist for Clark. KDL Sampson can't hit the long two. Let's be real, a Jaw Wilson's comments reek of jealousy. Caitlin Clark has accomplished in 8 months what many players, including a Jaw, haven't achieved in a decade. She's brought a massive fan base, shattered attendance records, and made the WNBA a topic of mainstream conversation. Has been in the league for years, yet she's never had the cultural or commercial impact that Caitlin has managed to create almost instantly. This isn't just about race, though a Jays claim that Caitlin's attention is tied to her being white is worth unpacking. While racial dynamics certainly play a role in media narratives, Caitlin's success is rooted in merit. She's putting up stats that rival and often surpass those of past MVPs. Her highlights are must watch. Her games are electrifying, and she's become a household name. The attention isn't unearned, it's a direct result of her talent and marketability.
Just below us here in Kansas City, Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark, guard for the Indiana Fever. From Des Moines, been a Chiefs fan since she was a kid. The AP Female Athlete of the Year and the first overall pick in the WNBA Draft, Rookie of the Year, the first rookie to make the first team.
Caitlin's stats alone are enough to quiet any detractors. She shattered multiple records, including some set by past MVPs. Her ability to pull up from anywhere on the court, make impossible passes, and deliver clutch performances is unmatched. In just her rookie season, she's proven that she's not only a star, but also a game changer. As Bonner can't hit back, Blay the rebound. Here comes Clark bouncing to F. Blay, who lays it in. Fans to be excited about not only tonight, but this season. Watch this connection one more time. Let's not forget Caitlin's performances are elevating the league as a whole. Attendance at Fever games has skyrocketed, merchandise sales are through the roof, and sponsors are lining up to associate with her. She's done more for the league in 8 months than most players have in their entire careers. 6 on the shot clock. Clark at the 3-0. That is, she missed her first 7 in and knocks that one down, and it's a big one. The WNBA has long struggled to balance recognizing talent with upholding its own narratives. Caitlin Clark's rise has exposed these flaws. The league seems hesitant to fully embrace her as its face, clinging instead to players like a Jaw Wilson, whose dominance, while impressive, doesn't resonate with fans in the same way, probably because she is not on Caitlin Clark level of technical ability. But it's not just about basketball. It's about what Caitlin represents. She's young, dynamic, and appeals to a broad audience. AJ's frustration feels less like a legitimate critique and more like a desperate attempt to cling to a spotlight that's naturally shifting towards someone who's simply more impactful. Again, can't get the three-point play. Wilson thing for the rebound, and Getsu was trying to get some space. But now they're going to take a look as Howard was knocked to the floor. Aya Wilson is an incredible player, but comments about Caitlin Clark reveal more about her insecurities than they do about Caitlin's merit. The fact is, Caitlin Clark has changed the WNBA forever. She's broken records, elevated her team, and brought unprecedented attention to the league. The jealousy and hate Caitlin faces just shows how great she is. When you're doing something revolutionary, you're bound to ruffle feathers. A jaw may not like it. But Caitlin Clark isn't just the future of the WNBA. She's the present the league can either embrace that or risk being left behind. So what do you think? Is a Ja right to criticize Caitlin? Or is this just another case of jealousy and resistance to change? Let us know in the comments below.